Focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hello, my wonderful people. How are you guys doing out there? I hope you guys are doing good. If not, you will be in just a few, right, ladies?
Yes.
But before we get any further, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nori.
I'm ShyTia.
I'm Francisca.
And you are tuned into Breaking the Silence for this next hour. And ladies, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. What's something you thought you used more as an adult but never do?
You know, when you were in school and you had to elevate in math class each year, go to trigonometry, pre-calc, I don't use none of that today.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. SOHCAHTOA or what? I don't use it at all.
Okay.
I'm right there with you. Everything that we learned in school that they said, you have to know these things because you're going to need it in the real world. I have not needed any of it in the real world. None of it.
Oh
in
my
fact,
gosh.
the things that they should have been teaching us, they did not teach us that we need now. Yes.
And listen, I'm definitely going to have to agree with them because, listen, my answer is just like, but I definitely agree with them way much more. Like, listen, we spent all those years breaking our heads and stuff like that, doing all those exams.
And every teacher was like, you need to know this.
And we don't even apply it a day in our lives.
Nope.
Not as adults, we don't. And we definitely want to hear from you guys as well. So make sure y'all go to our Instagram page and let us know your answer to this question. But let us get into our topics. So today we are going to be talking about that's not how I imagined it. Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
We definitely got a lot to say on this. So you want to make sure you stay tuned in for that one. And we're also going to be talking about plot twist living. This one sounds very interesting. Let's see what we're gonna have to say about
curiosity.
that. Listen, that's definitely gonna be a good one. We're also going to have our Judge Nori's segment. So you might want to stay tuned in for that one. And we are also going to have our victory checks, which is something I really do love. Okay, so we're definitely going to have a lot going on in the show. So make sure, call your girl, call your friend, tell them to tune into Breaking the Silence. Go grab your popcorn, snacks, whatever it is. We're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Pre-diabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for pre-diabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have pre-diabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
You have to take time to exercise. You have to take time to invest in you.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
Think about other people and how our decisions are going to affect them.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
That's not how I imagined it. So we're going to be talking about so many different scenarios when it comes to adulthood, relationships, careers, and life versus the reality and how it turned out to be. There is so many, you're laughing. There is so many things that can come up to one's mind right now when it comes to how we imagine how adulthood would be. For me, for example, listen, I thought it was going to be like a bed of roses where, okay, you know, I don't have my parents to tell me what to do. Can't nobody run my life. Things are going to be easy. Things are going to be smooth. I'm going to work. I'm going to be able to pay my bills. I'm going to be able to buy whatever it is that I want, when I want it, how I want it, and stuff like that. But is it that way? No, it's not. I have a question for you, and I have a question for my beautiful ladies. Are you ready for this question?
Yes.
What's something in life that turned out completely different than you imagine? Francisca, go.
Life. I mean, I had a whole, almost like what you were saying, I had a whole other image of what it means to be an adult, to have a job, to like pay your own bills, to do your own thing. I was like, yes, this is what I'm looking forward to in life. It's going to be so easy. I'm not going to have to listen to anybody tell me what to do. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm going to have my own money. I'm be able to buy whatever I want. I can live life according to my terms. Ooh, I was so wrong. Because you think on the outside, when you look at adults when you're younger, that they have this glorious life and you just can't wait till you get there. But what you don't see is that underneath that glorious life, you have the children that are begging for their attention. You have the spouse pulling at their attention. You have the boss that is coming with them with multiple tasks. You have your bills. You have all these things. Now you have body aches. You have to go see the doctor. You have all these things that are going on. And all we see is this glamorized life of what adulthood is. And that is a very sad reality.
You know, for me, I think is decision fatigue is real, right? And we've been hearing it a lot. And you're like, well, what does that mean? It means when you have to decide every single thing for yourself. It's like when you're a child, your mom will cook. Sometimes like they will even pick out clothes for you, all of these things. And when I got older, I'm like, man, I can't wait to decide what I want to decide, where I want to go, what I want to do, what I want to eat. I don't want to decide anymore. Decide for me, please. Because then you're like, I don't know what I want to eat. And then I'm there like, do I want to cook chicken? Do I want to cook beef? Do I want to have fish? Do I want to do this? Do I want to clean this? Where do I start cleaning? What do I do? So it's like to have to actually make all of those choices we used to get mad at our parents about. It's like now I'm like, please make these choices for me. Please just tell me what to do. Like, this is what I want right now. I don't want to have to decide. Just decide for me and I will do it.
Yeah, that's why they got apps nowadays that you just can kind of go into the app and they'll tell you, like, this is what you need to have for your week's meal, or this is what you should wear for your job interview. It's like making decisions for you so it can take all that decision.
Because it's like sometimes you don't even know where to start. You're just like, okay, what do I do? And then it's kind of like when you're young, your parents will tell you like, okay, this is what you're going to eat, whether you like it or not. And you're just like, I don't want to eat this, but you eat it. And now you're just like, well, what do I want to eat?
Just thinking about what you have to do is just stressful enough. You know, we see a lot of people now, they're like, Mom, let me come back home. Listen, I promise I'm going to clean. I'm going to cook. I'm going to help out. I'm going to go do things around the house. Being an adult is so hard and stressful. And maybe perhaps you feel like that as well. Like, for example, if you were a kid, when you were a kid, you know, you shared room with your sibling or whatever, and you were always fighting with them about, you know, cleaning up the room, keeping it tidy up. And you said to yourself, listen, when I got my own place, it's going to be spotless. It's going to be clean. It's going to be organized and stuff. But let me tell you something. You work so hard that by the time you get home, child, you don't want to do anything. You do laundry and you have that pile of clothes on the bed that you know you need to fold.
If you
but
know,
you're so exhausted. Listen, and I know you can't relate. You're so exhausted. You just do like this. You just push it to one side and you just knock out, okay? Listen, we can all relate. And there's so much more that people go through nowadays.
So just keeping up with friendships as adults is so time consuming. It seems like it's another job all on its own. Because you're worried about taking care of everything that is within your circle. But then it's like, because before when you were younger, you just call up your friend, hey, you want to come outside and play? Or y'all just kind of like meet out on the street and y'all play until the street lights come on. But now it's like you got to schedule with each other. Everybody's schedule is different. And you're always having to reschedule and schedule and then text message and call them. It's like, it can be exhausting trying to keep up with your friendships because you've got so many other things that you're focused on and that you're worried about. But that's like the last thing that you think about when you're a child. Because you're like, oh, I can play with my friends. I can have my friends over at the house. But like Nori was saying, when you get home, you don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to have to go and like go out to dinner. You just want to just kind of de-stress. And like, please don't ask me any questions. I don't have any answers for you. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me die right here and we'll talk later.
Yeah, and I think also expectations. Like as children, we just assume that we're gonna have that dream job. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a lawyer when I grow up. And even in class, in school, they kind of give you that expectation. Like, okay, if you go to school, if you do this, if you do that, then you're gonna get your dream job. You're gonna have this, you need this degree. So as you get older, you have all the degrees, you have everything that you think you're supposed to have, but then you're not getting that dream job. Or you have to start as an intern or at the bottom when you're already expecting, like, I'm just gonna go in as a CEO. Like, I'm just gonna be the boss. And it's like, no, it's not like that. You have to work your way up and up and up. So I think expectations have definitely changed from what I thought I would be compared to like actually having to get there.
Yeah, and expectations not only in the workplace but also with your family as well. Like maybe back in the days, the dynamics was so different. Like let's say, for example, it was just sacred. It was just a thing to do every weekend or Sunday or whenever everyone got together, everyone did this. Everyone knew what they had to do and everyone would just come together. But now as an adult, you have work, you have your kids, you have other tasks, responsibilities. Maybe you have other stuff, side hustles and stuff like that. So the family dynamics has definitely changed, which also has made, everyone look at you or you look at them differently. But that's part of life. It's definitely a part of life. Dynamics definitely will change. But, you got to make the best of it. You have to make the best of it, not just like drain yourself completely.
You know what adults gatekeep, I think, a little bit too much, is work-life balance.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that enough.
That is
we
so
talk
true.
about the careers. We talk about the family. We talk about taking care of ourselves as separate entities, but we don't talk about how to blend those two together. And that's the key to like being successful in adulthood, is knowing like when work is priority, when family is the priority, when self is the priority. And I think that is something that we need to be talking a lot more about, is finding that balance, because that is the only way that you're really going to succeed at adulting, right?
Yeah. And I think people feel like you have to go through it to know it. Like there's sometimes people ask me questions and I'm like, you just gotta do it. Like I don't know how to explain it. You just gotta do it and then you're gonna see the results that you want.
Exactly. Only going through it and stuff like that, actually doing it, is that you're going to be able to do it, to manage it as well. Because listen, it can't just be work all day, every day, listen, work-life balance, that is something that we have to definitely work on every single day. There might be some days where it'll be frustrating. There'll be some days where you're going to fail at it, but listen, keep trying, because that's all a part of life. You can't just be stuck on doing one thing. You need to be able to have that balance in every area of your life. So listen, I hope you guys can relate. We would love to hear from you guys on this topic. But listen, on that note, we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown. And we'd never babysit with a screen. We said we'd never let the toys take over.
Mariella.
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Skylar, come here. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Looking for connection and empowerment? Tune in to Breaking the Silence.
And that's why we're here, to brighten and lighten up your dia, okay?
Sometimes all it takes is a conversation.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Where worlds meet the echoes of her gavel, where the fate of debate is at her mercy. It's her domain, so what she says goes. Welcome to Judge Nori's Court.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Judge Nori's Court. And today we have the case of the family password scandal. So we do have the plaintiff and the defendant. We're definitely going to start off with the plaintiff, Angela. So, Angela, what has been going on? What has been the issue going on in this family?
Hello, Your Honor. So again, I'm Angela. And so I am someone who loves to watch TV. And as you know, with today, everything is on streaming sites. And so when I get home from work, I just want to sit down after a long day and watch my show. However, I found out that my husband had shared the password of all of my accounts, and I pay for them. I just want to make sure to put that out there. I pay for all of them myself. And my husband, to be nice, he shared the password with his mom, with his sister, with his brother, and somehow the password keeps going and going and going, and he did not confront me. He did not ask me about it. And also, whenever I'm trying to log in, I have to find different sites to go because my password has been used so much that I can't log in to watch a show that I want to watch, or I can't find the show that I'm watching because other people are using my profile, and now I have to skim through and see which one was actually me or which one was somebody else's that was watching it.
Okay. All right. So you paid. You and your husband have paid for the subscription.
Yes.
Initially, it was supposed to be just for you and your husband, but now we have his entire family in on it, and now you're not able to watch whatever it is that you want to watch because basically his family has taken over everything.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we do have Vanessa as the defendant, Vanessa, and I believe you came on behalf of your brother, Marcus, correct?
Correct.
So what's been going on, Vanessa?
So I'm here on behalf of Marcus. He is actually working very hard because he is the one who is the breadwinner of the family. So as the defendant said, she does pay the bills, but the money that is in that account is actually earned and put in from Marcus. And he didn't think that it was that big of a deal to share the password because when we were low and out, we actually gave her the password to all of our streaming platforms in the past. And we didn't think that it was going to be a problem because we allowed her to use our streaming platforms before. And also the money that is in the account is Marcus is the breadwinner, although it is a joint account, he is also 50% ownership of that account. Now, she is tired when she gets home. She might not be paying attention to the profile that she's clicking on. Sometimes I have even seen her watching other shows on other people's profiles. So she could have easily clicked on the wrong profile and then got upset because she said, oh no, this is not what I want to see. I'm not finding my shows here on my profile, but maybe she was on the wrong profile, and this has happened before.
Okay, but you see, all right, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this, but this is one thing that I want you guys to make clear. Yes, it's family. All of you, at the end of the day, you are family. But listen, there has to be boundaries. There has to be respect. When it comes to family, okay, fine, we get it. Everyone is a family as a whole. But there has to be that type of boundary. When it starts becoming an issue, that's when we have to set the grounds. That's where we have to be able to make sure that we are communicating and explaining things accordingly so that things like this won't end up in court. This is something so small. This is something so small, but again, we're all here, so we're definitely going to handle it. Vanessa, yes, your brother, he is the breadwinner. He's the one that has 50%, but also Angela has as well. This was something that was done and created between Marcus and Angela. So again, that's where also the respect needs to come in. So you have to be able, your brother, whoever it is, your mom, you have to be able to respect that as well. Because to be honest, to be fair and to be honest, when it comes to family, at the moment right now, the family is Marcus and Angela. You guys are relatives. Again, this is something so small, but I want you guys to be able to see and understand the difference and where the respect should come in. This is why when it comes to family business, family scandals, we need to make sure we are drawing the line. Okay? Are you understanding that, Vanessa?
Yes.
And Angela, again, communication is key. So what have you done? What else have you done, or what else has been the problem between all of you that has been making this issue big?
Yes. So, Your Honor, I do want to go back as well to some of the points that she made. So one of the things that she made was when we didn't have our own streaming accounts, we did use theirs. And to be fair, that is true. However, one person compared to 10 people is completely different. And also, whenever, like, I've tried to reach out and I've tried to say, like, hey, who's watching Netflix? I kind of want to watch something. I've been waiting all day and nobody knows, nobody answers. And so, yes, I did get upset because it's not something that has just happened for 1 month. No, it's been ongoing. So I did change all of the passwords. And when I got on, there were accounts, there were profiles from people that we don't even know who it is. There's one that says cousin randomly, and I asked, like, well, who is this cousin? Nobody knows who this cousin is. So someone just made a random profile. No one knows who it is. So it's shown that this password is spreading so much that no one even knows who has it anymore. And as you mentioned, yes, communication is key. And I did agree to the siblings, the mom, the sister, the brother. But when it starts to go to cousins, when it starts to go to random people that we can't communicate efficiently, be like, hey, can I watch this? Or can I do this? Or can you go to a different account so that way I can watch this show? I think that's where the problem got worse. And now I'm not able to even communicate with everybody to be able to say that. So yes, I did change all the passwords, and I am making sure that I know exactly who's getting the passwords so that way we don't continue having this issue.
Okay.
Your Honor, so just to kind of talk about the account that was created under the cousin account. I have talked to all my family members about this account. They said they have not created any new account. And I do know that her family is also watching these streaming platforms. So maybe it was one of her family members that actually logged into her account and created this cousin account, because all of my family members have already said they have not created this account. They would own up to if they were the ones that created this account. And when we've gone over to visit her family, she has logged into her streaming apps on their TV in the past. So they could have easily created this cousin account whenever, you know, her family went over to her mom's house, and then that's where that was created from. So it's not fair that they're putting it on our family, saying that it is our family that is the one that created this account, which is causing all of the problems and issues.
Well, listen, Marcus, he didn't just share a password. What he launched was a community program, because it's your side of the family, it's her side of the family, and it's just gotten out of control. I have one more question before I make my ruling. Angela, are you and Marcus still solely paying for the subscriptions, or has everyone coming to chip in as a whole?
No, Your Honor, me and Marcus are still paying solely by ourselves all of the subscriptions.
Okay. All right. So listen, after listening to both parties and listening to what both of you have to say, I am definitely gonna have to rule in favor of the defendant, the plaintiff, Angela. Listen, Angela, I'm ruling in your favor. I want you guys to get this sorted out as soon as possible. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope there's no ill feelings. I hope there's no fallout between all of you. But again, when it comes to family, there needs to be boundaries, all right? So I have made my ruling on behalf of the plaintiff, and I wish all of you the best of luck.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Your journey. Breaking the silence is your tribe.
So for me, I made a choice because peace is not it's not like something that is, oh, because of this I have peace. No, peace is a choice.
Connect with a community of strong women who share stories and uplift each other.
As if you know, you know. Yes, Nori.
All you gotta do is drop that beat
and
on that dance floor.
Yes. And I can't dance, so you know,
we're just gonna be like,
join the conversation and let your voice be heard.
You talk to. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
You have to realize that you only have control over you.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
Being able to communicate is what really love looks like.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Learning how to embrace unexpected chapters in our lives and finding purpose in it when things doesn't go the way we actually plan. And that's what we're going to be talking about because, again, life be lifing. Plot twist living. That's what we're targeting right now here on Breaking the Silence. So, ladies, I have a question for all of you. Okay. Have some of the biggest blessings in your life come from plans that didn't work out?
Yes.
Tia, go ahead, girl.
Okay, so when I was younger, like my mom had a plan. So for those of you who don't know about me, I was born in New York. We moved to Ohio, and then we moved back to New York. So as we moved back to New York, things did not happen the way that it was supposed to happen. And then my mom was like trying to decide whether or not she wanted to go to Ohio where she had everything established or stay in New York. But it's like, because plans didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen, it kind of led me down the path to be where I am today. So I feel like if things wouldn't went the exact same way, I would not have ever met like certain people that had a bigger impact in my life.
Interesting. Francisca.
So I would definitely say yes. I mean, from things that don't work out, blessings will always come from that. And I experienced something, it was a few years back. I had a relationship, and I really thought this relationship was going to go far. I thought like this was going to be the person that I was going to be with. And life lifed, and we were not together anymore. He decided to go on a separate path. I was on a different path in life, and he didn't want to stop me from this new path of life that I was taking. So we kind of ended the relationship. And at the time, it was really hard for me to accept it because I had seen my future with him, and I didn't understand why he didn't want to come onto the same life that I was living at the time. And so at the moment, it hurt. But at the same time, I allowed that hurt to be the fuel and the motivation that I needed to change my life and to go down a different path. And because he let me go, because he didn't hold me down from what I was trying to achieve in my life, I was able to have a whole new life than I would have had if I would have stayed with him.
I really like that. I like both y'all's stories. And that is so true. Like, and before I speak about mine's, I want to talk a little bit about that hurt. A lot of times there's that hurt that arises because of something unexpected, where you feel that you're like at a loss, you don't know where to go, what your next step is going to be. But it's at that very moment where things start changing for the better. You may not see it, you may not feel it, you might be huffing and puffing and doing all of these things and asking a million whys, you know what I mean? But when you learn how to embrace that hard moment, and actually look at it as a moment of growth, that's when things start looking up. The pain is still going to be there because, of course, it's not going to go away overnight. That's something you're just going to have to push through. You're going to have to learn how to turn it into something positive. You're going to have to find the willpower to be able to do things differently because you no longer have that kind of life that was kind of like what you were planning, how you were expecting things to go. And it's so interesting. It's in those moments where, we're going through life and we expect it to go one way and it completely throws you off track. It's where you can actually be able to find yourself, and that's something that I can definitely relate to because in my head, I never thought in a million years that I would be where I was at because that's not what I wanted. That wasn't my plans at all. And if you looked at me back in the days, I would run from the path that I'm in right now. Like I was like, ooh, child, no, not me. I'm sorry. This is not for me. But it's like, hey, whenever something is for you, it's for you. You know?
You can run,
but
you
can
fight it, but it's coming.
And I think like when you go through those difficult moments, those pains, you kind of see how strong you are.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, I'm still standing. Like this thing that I thought would kill me, this thing that I thought would, hurt me. Like let's say people who go through like divorce, as you were talking about the relationship you were in, they literally plan to spend their life, the rest of their life with this person, and then now they're going through this divorce and they're like, okay, what do I do? But they're like, you know what, I'm still here, I'm still standing, it didn't kill me, and now I know that I'm stronger for it. So I think these plot life twists are there to kind of show us our strength and to show us that we can do it. Like if we put our mind to it, if we actually try, to move on, it's hard. We're not saying that it's going to be easy. It's hard, but it's like, it's worth it at the end of the day when we just push through it, when we run towards the storm instead of running away from it.
And a lot of the things that kind of come all of a sudden, we put our self-worth into it. We put it's like our identity, whether it's a marriage, it's a relationship, it's a city, it's a career, it's your children, it becomes your identity. And sometimes we need to have these storms, these hurricanes that like come in and totally disrupt every plan that you had so that you can see through that storm that you are so much more than what you are thinking that you are within that circumstance, that relationship, and it helps you to grow. I mean, if you're always stuck in the same city, like you never want to leave Houston, you say, Houston's my city, I'm born and raised here, but you never know the opportunities that you're going to have somewhere else. I know Nori had spoken about it before. Always in New York, lived in New York, never really thought outside of New York, came to Houston, and then Houston gave her a whole new perspective. And that's why we have to not see these bad situations, these storms that come into life as a negative thing, but as an opportunity to kind of prove to yourself that you are stronger. You have to kind of find that fighter in you. We all have the fighter inside of us, but we have to find it, and then we have to just fight and claw our way back up, but then we're going to be stronger for it.
Yeah. And I think also we have to let go of like our timelines, right? Like we expect our life by like, I know when I was younger, like by 25, I'm going to be married with 2 kids or by this and that. But it's like we can't go based off of that timeline that we had in the past. We kind of got to trust the process and let it go. Like when we look at a farmer, they put the seed there and then they have to like literally trust that it's going to do its job for the crop to come. If they don't trust that timeline, then they're not going to have food, or they're going to overwater it, or this or that, and they're going to mess up everything that's already in the work. So it's like when we trust that process, that timeline, then we're going to be like, you know what? Okay, I'm doing what I have to do. And I know that if I keep on this journey, this path, I'm going to see the results later. Maybe not right now or when I expected it to be, but I will see the results.
There you go. So listen, trust. Trust the timeline, trust the process. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, may it be a career change, may it be, you know, now becoming a caregiver, may it be a divorce, may it be something unexpected, a huge curveball that you've never imagined that will be thrown at you, but now it's there. You're struggling to deal with it. Hey, look at it on the bright side, change your perspective on it, and listen, trust the process, and don't allow that thing to like knock you down or bring you down. No. When life throws lemons at you, what do?
Make
lemonade, okay? And make a really good one as well. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Feeling the energy? You're tuned into the right place. Breaking the silence is keeping it real, right here, right now. More empowering conversations and the voices you need to hear are coming up next. Stay with Angeli, Francisca, Nori, and ShyTia. The conversation is just getting started.
The challenges our planet's animals are facing sometimes feel a bit heavy.
The animals haven't eaten in a day, 2 days. They haven't drank anything. They're cold. They're dehydrated.
But remember, there's good happening right now. At home.
All right, we were able to get into your unit, and we have all 4 of your cats. So,
okay. And around the world for any animal, any disaster. Search ifa.org/disaster ready.
Feeling drained? Breaking the Silence highlights the vital connection between physical and mental well-being. Step 1, hydrate intentionally. Make a conscious effort to drink enough water throughout the day. Your brain and body will thank you. Step 2, embrace colorful foods. Incorporate a variety of fruits and vegetables into your meals. Nourishment is self-care. Step 3, move your body joyfully. Find an activity you enjoy, even for a few minutes each day. Movement boosts mood and energy. Don't let fatigue silence your vibrancy. Find your power. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence, weekdays on ULFN. Visit watch.ulfn.org for tips to reclaim your energy and embrace your authentic self.
continue the power of connection. Breaking the silence, where women come together to uplift, support, and celebrate each other. Your journey continues right here.
All right, so it is time for our victory checks. And sometimes growth happens in like the smallest ways that, you can never imagine. So we're gonna talk about and celebrate, our victory checks, our small wins when it comes to handling a situation, whether we matured, whether we grown. And so, let us get started.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this one?
Yes.
Well, I have a question. For you guys, okay? So what is something you handled recently? Recently that the old version of you would have handled very, very differently. Who wants to go first?
So I'll go first. Okay, so I was the type of person who had to have my hand in everything and kind of like, if someone else doesn't do it, I'll be quick to be like, I'm just going to do it. Let me do it. It needs to get done. And so recently I've been letting go of that like need to control everything. Yeah. And even if the person doesn't do it, like I'll see it and I'll be like, I need to do it. But then I'll tell myself no, because if you always do it, that person, one, is never going to learn. Right. And two, they're going to depend on you. So they're not going to do what they're supposed to do because they know you're just going to do it for them. Exactly. So I've been letting go of that control. It hasn't been easy, but I feel like for my peace of mind, it's so much better to just be like, you know what? I gave the responsibility away, so I'm not going to take it back.
I was definitely going to ask you that. How has it made you feel?
It's so much more peaceful. Like sometimes when I see it or like things like that, I'm like, but then I have to tell myself, no, let it go, let it go.
So you got to sit on your hands. Yeah. Don't do anything.
No. Yeah, because others have to grow. The same way that you take upon yourself to have that responsibility or whatever, the other person has to learn that too. And if you keep doing it, then you're kind of like enabling them. Yeah. Okay, what about you?
So I overthink a lot of things. I tend to overthink a lot of things, and then I take it always as like something that I've done. Instead of just seeing it as like maybe the person's having a bad day, maybe the situation didn't turn out the way that it should. Instead of always taking things personal and then overthinking everything in my mind, I've really like made an effort to kind of see things as they are, as fact, instead of like what my perception of the situation is or what I perceive the person is perceiving the situation to be, because that is just exhausting. And then you end up getting in your own head and you get into this cycle, and then it's like your attitude will show through it. It's just like your behaviors, and it's not a good thing. And it's not like it's adding to my life. It's more of like a headache than it is anything else. And why am I overthinking something or allowing something to steal my peace when I didn't really have control over the situation? What I needed to do, I needed to do. And whether that was taken the right way or was not, I shouldn't allow that to steal my peace. If I know that I did what I was supposed to do, then that's it. And so when I heard from somebody, and I mentioned it before, that like a lot of people's reactions and attitudes and just body language isn't always something about you. It's more speaking about something that may be going on within them, which is true. Like how many times have I, said something a certain way or my body language was a certain way? Somebody could have misread that as something that they did and taking it personal attack on them, when really the body language or the tone or whatever I was saying was more speaking about something within me than about them. And so seeing that shift, making that, shift really kind of helped me to have more peace and not to like overthink so much.
Okay, all right. Listen, we're doing good, ladies. Well, as for me, I've heard it before about reacting and responding, but it's something kind of that just like went over my head. But you know when something finally clicks, you finally understand it. You're like, oh yeah, like that's what it is. That's what it means. And that's something I've definitely been applying because scenario, let's say, for example, I get into a disagreement with Francisca or ShyTia or whatever the case may be. And, we just exchange how we feel and this and that and the other. And then that's it. We go about our business. But then, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to it, there's kind of like this awkwardness now. So maybe you're still in your feelings, or she's still in her feelings, and you know they don't want to talk. You just keep it on a high and by terms or whatever. Well, I've been also like implementing how to just respond instead of react, because when you react, you're kind of doing it like on the emotional side. You know, you're kind of doing it for reasons that's not valid. But when you respond, it's like on a whole different level. Like you go ahead and you address the situation, you squash it, but you keep it moving, but there's no awkwardness. There's no awkwardness. You continue going with laughing and joking or whatever the case may be, and just keep going. Life just keeps going. So that's definitely something that I've been applying and improving in, and it makes such a great difference. It really does.
And both people can feel the tension.
Yeah.
We know the tension is there.
Yes.
The elephant in the room, nobody's speaking, and somebody's like, how is this going to break? Somebody needs to be the one to kind of break the tension, because nobody wants to stay like in that space.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I have another one for you, and this is regarding the boundary win. Let's see if we've been winning when it comes to boundaries. What's a boundary you successfully kept recently?
Okay, so I have mine. Yes, so recently I've been being very strict with, like, I have a certain time and I stick to my cutoff time, right? So it's like I have a lot of things to do, and if I'm not organized with like when I'm gonna do things, I'll be all over the place. So I have like, okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to focus on the next task, because if I keep going back, oh, do this, oh, go back to do it, unless it's an emergency, then I'm like, sorry, no, tomorrow I'll deal with this because I have something else to do. And it's been helping me again with that peace of mind, because things are getting done rather than me running all over the place trying to figure out what to do, or stopping midway because someone asked me to do this or do that. Like, I'm doing what I need to do, and then after that, you got to catch me tomorrow. I'm sorry, but, and then it also gave me time to have that peace, that alone time, that me time, without feeling guilty. Because like when you know that you have a lot of stuff to do and you take a break to, like, let's say, read a book or watch a show or do something for you, you kind of have that guilt, like, oh man, but I didn't finish this or I didn't do that. So now I have that time to be like, well, I did what I needed to do. Everything else can wait till tomorrow. Now I'm going to sit back and I'm going to read this book, or I'm going to enjoy this show, or just drink my coffee and have that peace for myself.
Well, and it also helps from what you were saying earlier, is like not jumping in for everybody's, solving everybody's problems and picking up their tasks and picking up their responsibilities, because now you actually have room to be able to do the things that you need to do for yourself. And I think that's the same for me, and I think with Nori as well, setting boundaries, to making sure that we're setting time for ourselves to pour into ourselves so that we can be better for everybody else.
100%. And I have this next one here, y'all. What's something small that genuinely made you happy lately? Ooh, what made me happy lately, y'all, is actually taking the time to stop and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to just let all of this go, and I'm just going to go ahead and take care of myself. I just cut everything off, everyone off, and I just had some me time. And it was just so relaxing. It was so good. It was so relaxing. I didn't allow the guilt trip to come on because, listen, every day we're working hard. You know how hard you're working, how hard you're pushing, what you're doing. You have no time for yourself. So when you actually make that time for yourself, it makes you feel so, so good. And I'm pretty sure that is one victory check that you cannot afford to pass up and miss. But listen, we're going to go on a quick break. We would love to hear your victory checks as well. So make sure you go into our page and share it. Hey, you never know. Maybe here on BTS, we'll definitely read it when we have our BTS Unfiltered. But we're going to go on a break, y'all, and we'll be back.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one? gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Hungry for something real? Not fast food. Soul food. Welcome to the Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua. This is where truth is served. Truth that strengthens your faith and sustains you through real life. Bible-based messages that are practical, relatable, and meet you right where you are.
If you have a physical enemy, you know how to fight. But once the enemy is invisible, only the power of God.
No hype, no gimmicks. Just real spiritual nourishment for everyday living. Streaming now on all major platforms. Come hungry, leave nourished. Because when your faith is fed, it can't be defeated.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't imagine that the show would go so quickly.
Yeah.
It's coming to an end. That is so crazy, right?
But I did imagine my Judge Nori win. I knew that I was going to win.
No.
So, yes, I imagine that.
Oh,
Thanks,
my
Judge
goodness.
Nori.
You are so very welcome. That's what I'm here for, you guys. So if you guys have an issue that you're facing, make sure you lock into us and let me know what it is. And I'll definitely, I don't know how the ruling's going to go, but I'll be glad to help you guys
like all
out.
the rulers are going and vote for the plaintiff instead of
because there was a time when the defendant won every time, and I felt like Judge Nori was biased.
Okay. Oh no!
Well,
I think she's being paid off by subscription.
No, not at all.
You have access to.
She definitely has no password.
Oh my goodness!
She might be the cousin,
right? They're not gonna let this go, y'all. But listen, we hope you guys enjoyed the show and the topics that we did speak about. At the end of the day, work-life balance, that's something that we definitely can't allow to slip from our minds because every day there's always something different, something new that is going on. So always making sure you have that work-life balance working out for you and that you're making the time to take care of yourself.
Yeah, and I think trusting the process, like when you trust the process, you just, you know what, this happened, but let me pivot, let me change, let me do what I gotta do. And you'll have those victory checks when you trust the process because it's those little things that make a difference in our life.
That's key is celebrating those small wins because you're not going to having to wait a year or 2 years to see the results. You're going to give up. You're going to give up midway. Exactly. But when you start looking at the smaller steps and smaller victories, that's what's going to keep you going.
There you go. And listen, we do have this QR code that you can be able to scan. Breaking the Silence _talk show. Let us know any suggestions, ideas, things that you would love for us to cover here on Breaking the Silence. We always love hearing from all of you. If you want to be a viewer joiner, you are more than welcome to hit us up. We would love to have you here on the show, but we have run out of time.
Yes.
And it is time to say bye.
Bye.